The Cahokia was a great civilization, but just like others, it fell. In this presentation, Isabelle, Tristen, Isabella, Ashley, Jadden, and I will be discussing the Cahokia civilization, why they collapsed, where and when they lived, what they were like, what the evidence of their collapse was, and different theories about their collapse.
Why did this civilization collapse? Cahokia was the city that never had the chance to prosper. As the population grew, promotions in subgroups and clans started to become more powerful, and they were quickly finding ways to get their statuses up. With 1/3 of the residents being immigrants, they were likely different in ethnicity, culture, religion, and their overall way of living, which probably caused locals to look at them differently. Being a society that valued autonomy, these subgroups were bound to fail because of their social differences. Cahokia's population was very dense with locals and immigrants, leading to the need of surplus food. At the time, maize was the most popular food. The pros of having maize was how convenient it was. There were never any shortages of it, and it was always used to help grow population. The cons of maize included in their diets was running the risk of getting dental disease, iron deficiency anemia, and other nutritional deficiencies. And with the very quick increase in population, the spread of infectious diseases could take its route easier and more quickly, and potentially making this one of the reasons the Cahokia civilization collapsed.
So, where did these people live? Cahokia is an urban settlement of the Mississippian culture which was developed across central and southeastern United States. The Mississippian culture's name came from the Mississippian River Valley, which is where the culture originated. These states are now Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Arkansas, Missouri, Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, with some extensions into Wisconsin and Minnesota.
There is some debate when the Cahokia people, also known as the Mississippians, were around, but all of the guesses are within 100 years of each other. Archaeologists' best estimate for when the Cahokias were around would be from 600 AD to 1450 AD. In my research, I did also find that the peak of the Cahokia civilization only was 100 years, from 1050 AD to 1150 AD.
What were these people like? The city of Cahokia was made up of multiple powerful subgroups. There was diverse cultures and ethnicities. This made the city very diverse in languages. The leaders were always trying to think of ways of what was going to bring the community together because it was such a diverse population. The leaders thought of drawing people together with their already shared religious beliefs and practices. In a civilization where diversity was at first very valued, it wasn't easy to ask for radical change. But the people in the community were able to use construction of monuments as a way to gain a sort of upper hand on everyone else. The community came together to create mound burials where they were able to celebrate their ancestors and gods. Knowing that there's such a great sense of diversity, when we're looking at the art and architecture, we can see a lot of this sense of community. For example, with the construction efforts while building the city, a lot of these construction efforts were organized around big social events where people came and worked together. The community's collection of ceramics, you could also see a variety of styles found within them. And this Mississippian was an agricultural economy that relied heavily on maize or corn. And when this maize was short, the elite chiefs made sure to store and distribute during crop failure times.
What is the evidence that this civilization did indeed collapse? The civilization of Cahokia, a Mississippian culture located near present-day St. Louis, Missouri, is believed to have collapsed sometime in the 14th or 15th century. While there is no single definitive answer as to what caused the collapse, several pieces of evidence have been put forward to support different theories. Number 1. Deforestation. One theory suggests that the people of Cahokia deforested the area around them to support their agriculture and building projects. This led to soil erosion and decreased crop yields, eventually leading to food shortages and societal collapse. Number 2. Drought. Another possibility is that a prolonged drought occurred in the region, causing crop failures and water shortages. This would have put stress on the society's ability to provide food and water to its inhabitants and could have contributed to the civilization's decline. Number 3. Conflict and warfare. Some evidence suggests that Cahokia was involved in intertribal conflicts and warfare, which could have weakened the society and led to its collapse. Number 4. Societal disintegration. Lastly, some theories suggest that the internal divisions within Cahokia society, such as class or political struggles, led to its collapse. The exact cause of Cahokia's collapse remains uncertain. These pieces of evidence provide insight into the possible factors that contributed to the decline of this once great civilization.
Overall, there are many theories, factors, and evidence about the collapse of the Mississippian culture. There is no definite answer on the cause of the collapse and still remains uncertain. Cahokia never had a chance to prosper before it collapsed. With a growing population and different groups of people when it comes to ethnicity, religion, and culture, Cahokia could have grown and prospered more than it did.